This is the International English Language Testing System held on June 22 at Mentors in Rangpur. Candidate name is Amin and candidate number 5703997. Examiner is me, Mr. 𝐈𝐄𝐋𝐲, examiner number 793057. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
May I see your ID, please?
Yes, here it is.
Thank you. What's your full name?
My full name is Anjin Jannat Omim. My friends and my family usually call me by my nickname. It's Omim.
Good. Here's your ID back.
Thank you.
So in the first part of the IELTS speaking test, I want to ask you some question about yourself, okay?
Sure.
Where are you from?
I'm from Parbatipur. It's Upazila of Dinajpur district and part of Rangpur division in northern Bangladesh, and it's home to only Kunma in Bangladesh.
Yeah. And where do you live right now?
Right now, I'm staying in Rangpur division for my study purpose, as I'm studying for IELTS for my higher studies.
So which city do you like, Parbatipur or Rangpur?
Well, both cities have different emotions connected to me, but still, if I would have to choose one, then definitely my hometown Parvatipur, because I have grown up there from my childhood and I have my family members staying over there, so definitely Parvatipur.
Right. Tell me some tourist attractions of Parbatipur.
Well, Parvatipur has numerous tourist sites such as the fort of 𝐒𝐲𝐿, who was an ancient king of Parvatipur, and we have some histories connected to him, which are located in Parvatipur. The fort is, as far as I remember, it's in Kolahati Union, and we have also Pancharatno Fort of Deol, which is located in Marmatpur Union and Habra side, and Parvatipur is also famous for its four-way railway connections.
Right. So are there many tourists in Parbatipur each month here?
Parbatipur is not that much popular city, so we don't really have that much tourists every year or every month. But we have a missionary school over there where many tourists come to visit Parbatipur. So, yeah.
Right. Okay. Now tell me about your occupation. What do you do?
Okay, so currently I'm a student. I'm studying IELTS as I have completed my A levels, and now I am studying for my higher studies. So yeah, right now I'm a student.
So why do you want to sit for IELTS exam?
Well, it was my dream to study abroad, and after all, to going abroad, we have to give IELTS. It's a common way to study in abroad, and that's why I'm taking preparation for IELTS.
Which country do you think you will study?
Hopefully Australia, as my elder sister is staying over there, so I don't have any other options right now, as my family is pressurizing me to study in Australia.
Yeah, good. And so why don't you think that you should study in the States?
Well, I have been studying in my states, so right now I just want myself to explore more, explore the world, and learn from different culture and areas. So this is the reason I want to study abroad.
Right. Now tell me about your favorite song.
Well, I don't have any particular favorite songs, but I really like modern songs, and actually depends on my mood. If I'm sad, then I like to listen to sad songs, or if I'm in a cheerful mood, then that time I really like to enjoy a pop song. So I don't really have any particular favorite song.
Okay, good. Do you think that listening to music or song can help us refresh our mind?
Of course, music has a different connection to us, and I forgot about the hormones name, but we have some hormones which actually reduces our pressures, and which gives us relaxation through listening to music. So definitely music is connected to us, and it can helps us so much to reduce our pressure.
Right. How about cooking? Do you know how to cook?
Yes, I love cooking, and I have learned cooking from my mother and my sister. I especially I like baking. I like to bake cakes.
What can you bake?
Well, I have just done a course of baking cake and pastry cakes, and red velvet one is my favorite. So whenever I'm free, I just try to bake innovative things except cake and pastry cakes.
Very good, thank you. And that is the end of your IELTS speaking test, part 1. In part 2, I want you to describe a book you have recently read. So you have 1 minute to plan your answer. Here is a piece of paper and a pen, and here is your topic card. Okay, can you start now?
Okay, so though I am not a book lover, but still I've just read a book few days ago, which I've got from my friend. So basically, he suggested me to read that book, and it was the name of the book was Tony's Suicide Note. It was written by Mahata Bliton, and everything was explained very smoothly, that it was connected to the students' life, basically how students suffer from studying, and people taunting them that you are not doing good in studies and all. So how basically a girl faces different challenges and problems in her life. So it was based on a true story. So she wrote her suicide note, and it was published by a book. So I really liked that book, and it was definitely connected to me. I have faced lots of problems in my life, so it was right now it is now one of my favorite books.
Right, thank you. Thank you for talking on the topic, and that is the end of your IELTS speaking test part 2. In part 3, let me ask you some questions about the topic you taught. You talked about your favorite book, and tell me, what kind of books do you like?
I like fairy tales. From my childhood, I had a different fascination for fairy tales. I always used to listen adventures and fairy tales, kinds of stories from my grandma and my elder sisters. So
Right, and what kind of books do your friends like? Do you have idea about your friends? Do they like reading books?
yeah, they love reading book. If I talk about my best friend, then she has a great attraction towards science fiction books. So she loves reading science fiction.
Okay, and so what do you do with already finished books?
So I keep them in my shelves. If somebody from my house or whoever comes to visit my house, if they want to read my books, then definitely I suggest them to read those books. So I keep those books with me, decorated in my shelves.
You keep them away.
Yeah.
Keep away books, right?
Yeah.
So is it good to improve people's reading habit?
Yes, it's definitely good to improve people's reading habit, because nowadays everyone is just connected to phone and digital devices. So that trend has almost gone to reading books. So I prefer everyone to read book more and more. It will help them to be fluent in Bangla or whatever book they're reading, English or Bangla.
To promote books and increase the reading habit of books, do you think that government and community people should take initiative?
Yes, because children will learn whatever they are learning from their childhood. So I think government should give that facilities, that every school should have library classes. They have library, but not really everyone is interested in library classes and all. So definitely they should give that opportunity to all the students, so that they can read books in their library in every school.
Mm. What about city mayors? Do you think that every city should have a library, public library?
Well, in my perspective, I would say yes, but though we don't have a library in every our 𝐒𝐲𝐞𝐚𝐤𝐢𝐧𝐠 district, even we don't have in my hometown. But it would be very great if we have, because then we don't have to go too far away to buy books, or we have to find a library.
Right. And now tell me, where do you usually go to buy books?
As I have mentioned before, I am not that much book lover, but whenever I feel to read any storybooks or which would be need in my study purpose, then definitely I go to library. And as I am staying in Rangpur, so we have libraries here, so it's easy for me to buy from library.
Uh, can you find many people reading books in libraries?
Not really, but I have seen quite much people reading books in a calm place, not really in library, but I've seen them reading books.
Right. And what do you think about buying books online?
Yeah, I've bought books online maybe 2 or 3 times because every writer's books is not available here. So definitely that time we have to order online because we can get every writer's books online.
And what if you get a damaged item? I mean, your books from online.
Okay, so usually what I do with it is either I return to them because from which page I order books, they have that option that if you have any damaged books or anything wrong with that book, then you can return us.
Very good. And are you happy with their service?
Yes, I'm of course happy with their service. They're very good.
Thank you very much. That is the end of your IELTS speaking test.
Thank you.
Right. So here is a bit of feedback when I asked you first of all, where do you live right now? Right. You said that currently I am staying in Rome. So it's in a present continuous tense, and staying or living means you have started living or staying a couple of months ago or weeks ago. So you should have said in the present perfect continuous tense. I have been staying in my sister's house. Or you can use a present simple tense. I stay in Rangpur currently, right now. Okay? And I have grown up in Parvatipur. So you have grown up, what do you mean? You were already born and grown up. Not currently or recently you have grown up. So do not use present perfect tense. Use a past simple tense. Or in a passive sense. I was born in and grown up in. And why do you want to sit for the IELTS test? You said that you want to study in abroad. Not in abroad. You want to study abroad. Not in. In is a preposition before abroad, which is grammatically incorrect. And the one question that you did not understand that I asked you, you wanted to study in Australia, but my question was, why not the States? The States means simply the United States of America. And you replied that the States in Bangladesh, which was misunderstanding. And science fiction book, when you want to say that I want to read books about science, so you simply say science fiction, okay? Non-fiction, not book. Okay, and yeah, that's all. Otherwise you did very good, but still you were very fluent, you were very confident, and you spoke about 2 minutes in part 2, and you were very logical to answer the questions in part 3. So let's go 8.